Hello and behold, Nintendo Poetry Podcast and YouTube channel. And I do Nintendo and comic book stuff. Today we're going over poll lists and new releases of comics for the month of February 2026. Happy New Year, everyone, by the way. Hope everyone's New Year's was fantastic. Whether you hung out with friends, family, or by yourself. Um, yeah, here we are. Before we get started, I've got a couple of things from January to show off. First of all, this was not like a poll list thing or anything. It's just a gift I got from my brother for Christmas. It's heavy. It's heavy. Ugh. Silver Surfer Return to the Spaceways Omnibus. Look at this. Oh, just a bunch of Silver Surfer from the 80s. Oh man, look at that. I've read all this stuff at least once before from other collections, other epic collections and sources and stuff. I definitely want to go through again though and read through this thing. Oh, it's so good. Look at this stuff. Oh man. So just wanted to show that off. Um and then I wanted to show off this guy, The Will of Doom one shot. I got the foil cover and the shiny foil part. I don't know how well it's coming across here, but the shiny foil part is only in the parts of the art that are like silver, like Doom's armor essentially, and his cape in the top version of him there, and the letters of the title. So it's a very, very cool effect. Super cool. The book itself was pretty good too, but I mean, it's all about this cover right here. And then, lastly, before we start, if you've watched past videos or streams of my comic book stuff, I've been talking a lot in much confusion about about this guy, this series here, Marvel Black, White, and Blood and Guts. Um, I was mostly here. Let's find what I was talking about here. I was mostly uh, like talking about how I was confused about it because of the cover art, essentially, which both did and didn't have anything to do with like the actual stories in them. Like this is kind of like it, I believe it's supposed to be an anthology series, or maybe it's supposed to not be, and it's all related, and I just didn't catch on with that. But either way, it was confusing to me because just as a quick review of what I was talking about before, like the first issue had this cover, but I believe, if I remember correctly, neither Silver Surfer nor the Hulk were featured in any of it at all. Blade and Iron Man were in the background there, but this is also like a reference, kind of, to, I guess, a reference to the. Come on, click through. League of Comic Geeks is being a little slow today. Uh, but in the final issue here, it does have the Defenders and Blade in like the story of it. So this cover makes sense. The first one seemed like it was supposed to be like for that story too. Anyway, I liked the series overall. I just didn't quite get what they were going for with it, but it was great and fun, and I hope to see more like it. Some of the stories had really fantastic art, some cool little stories in there. Yeah. Okay. Well, enough of that. Let's say we get into it. Starting in February. This is this week, so I'm going to go pick these up tomorrow. I'm super excited. Knoll #1, Clayton Crane variant. Oh, so cool. So good looking. All right. Here is what I have so far for February. Let's go through what I have so far, and then we'll look at all the new releases and add anything new or that I might have missed. So far, February is looking pretty light, which I never mind. I always it's always a good if it's a light month for comics. It's always a good excuse to save a little money and also to reread old stuff that we haven't read in a while that we enjoy, like this, like giant stuff. Anyway, let's move this here. Okay, so first week of February so far, I've got Godzilla Infinity Roar #1. And this is a card stock cover. Foil, I believe. Yep, foil variant. Man, I'm just so excited for this cover and for the story itself. There's some really cool covers. I'm pulling this one issue by issue. I'm not even just waiting for the trade or anything. It's just too cool. This cover might be like the whole thing as a foil cover, or maybe like the Will of Doom one, maybe just like the Silver Surfer and maybe some other shiny stuff. Either way, it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for it. There's some really cool covers, other covers as well, but I'm going for the Silver Surfer one because it's the Silver Surfer. Come on. But I mean, look at this one. So cool. And then I know this isn't in February, but just like going through, like, look at this. Oh, so cool. This is the cover I'm getting for issue 2 for sure. But this one's super cool too, man. I think this is like a reference to that Meatloaf album, right? But man, that's cool. Okay. The second week of February, we've got nothing yet. Third week of February, we've got okay, I'm following the Fantastic Four in trade paperbacks, but I am just pulling this one random single issue for the cover, another Silver Surfer cover for Marvel Cosmic Invasion video game, which is a super fun game. If you're interested, I recommend it. I've played it, I've beat the campaign, I've max leveled all the characters, and I've filled out the cosmic matrix, which is essentially the like little missions to try to accomplish optional missions to accomplish in each level. So I wanted this just as a fun commemorative little thing, Silver Surfer cover. Then in the end of February, nothing. Okay. So let's start looking at what we may have missed, what we might want to add to our February poll list. Let me know if there's anything you are going to pull, or if you're watching this video later, you did pull that you would recommend checking out. Here we go. I'm going to go trade paperbacks, hardcovers, annuals, and regular issues. And as always, we'll start out with Marvel. First week of February. So for first week of February, we already have pulled, was it Godzilla Infinity Roar? Where is that? Why isn't it showing up here? Why is there... I feel like I have something wrong here. There's something wrong here. Try that again. Let it think, let it think. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, Godzilla Infinity Roar, we got that. I've got a wish list here for these Marvel fanfare omnis. I've seen smatterings of these Marvel fanfare stories and artwork and everything from in like little bits and pieces from like Epic collections and stuff, and it seems fantastic, but you know, they're spendy. We've got Storm rebooting at number 1, even though it's the same creative team. The writer, at least. I can't remember if this is the same artist as before as well. Here's the Storm Cosmic Invasion variant cover. But anyway, this volume 2 trade paperback of the Storm from last year got a little messy for me. I really like it. Had a strong start. I loved it, but I didn't vibe with the ending super. It was like good in its own ways. There were good things about it, objectively, but for me it was like, I don't think I'm going to follow this anymore. This is interesting. We've got Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four number 1. A little series. I've never really known much about Planet of the Apes. I probably saw the movie when I was like 10 or something, Magic and Colossus number 1. I bet that's going to be fun. All right, all right. Let's see what we got for week 2, which I believe I don't have anything pulled for week 2 in February yet. This is a cool cover. We've got Jack of Hearts on here. Cyclops number 1 coming out. Fall of Ultraman's probably going to be cool. Bunch of Daredevil stuff here. Interesting. Look at this cover. This is the main cover of the Silver Surfer Cosmic Invasion one that I'm pulling. Look at this one. This is a foil variant. This is a little crazy. Very interesting. I'm collecting these in trades, but since I'm getting this individual issue for this cover, will be seeing this number 8 before reading 1 through 7. It'll be interesting. I'm excited. Weapons of Armageddon. Here's null number 2. I'm pulling number 1 because I really like the Clayton Crane variant cover, and I just want to get the number. I just want it. But for the rest, I'm going to be waiting for the trade paperback for. I'm not going to pull all the issues individually. I'm just pulling number 1 and then go and trade paperback. But it would be fun to do. There's some really, really good covers in this series so far. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nothing new yet. New Punisher series starting up. The end. I'll be getting the trade of that. This one I've been sort of interested in. I believe it's a one shot, which gives me more incentive to pull it. But it's like a setup for a crossover. So it's like gonna end with a tease, and it's like, can it really stand on its own type thing? First your friends, then your family, then you. The next epic Spider-Man and Venom crossover starts here and continues through April. A new superpowered serial killer is on the loose, and they're coming for Spidey, Venom, and everyone in between. But what terrible secret has Carnage learned, and what does it have to do with Spider-Man? Should I pull it? What even is the crossover event? I mean, there are some cool variants here. That's super cool. That's cool. That's very cool. This is really good art, but Carnage looks a little too buff in this. You know what I mean? Like Venom's the huge, like jacked one, whereas Carnage is like kind of like the sharp, spindly one. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, let's just pull one of these for now. You know what? No, it's like I said. It's just a setup for an event that I'm probably not going to read. Predator Bloodshed. Jordan Morris, never heard of that, right? I've never heard of this creative team. Cold Day in Hell hardcover. I think my brother collected that series, so I could borrow that from him. Okay, well, that was it for February for Marvel, and there was nothing new on there for me. Let's check out DC. Let's go through DC. I don't think I have anything from DC pulled this for February yet. Wonder Woman Black and Gold Special #1. This is like a anthology one-shot thing, like the Superman blue, red and blue, or blue and black and blue, or whatever it was. This could be fun. Could be good. I haven't read a lot of Wonder Woman stuff though. I've read like what was it, the Perez Gods and Monsters thing, which I did think was really good. Poison Ivy still going strong. I've got the first 3 volumes, I think, but I'm not pulling them. I'm kind of like finding them in stores as a fun. If you've watched my shows before, you know I like to purposefully not pull some things and leave them to be searched for in the wild in comic book shops and stuff. It's always fun to have something like that to do. Makes it exciting when you find it. I love this cover. Over the holiday, I read the first volume of Absolute Batman The Zoo. Man, it was good. I borrowed it from my brother who's collecting it. And man, it was good. And look at this. Batman, Absolute Batman specifically, is huge. Like if you've seen all the art from the Absolute Batman series. But look, Wonder Woman, taller. Very cool cover. Absolute Martian Manhunter, man, volume 1 of that. I have the volume 1 trade of that. That was super, super good. Can't wait for volume 2. In fact, is volume 2 pullable yet? Does not look like it. Does not look like it. This is some cool cover art as well. Oh wait, we're still looking in. We were still in January for that. Now, okay, now we're starting February. Got it. Got it. Got it. Of course. Superman Chains of Love special. What is this? Writer Dan Slott, Leah Williams. Is this an anthology? What? Love is in the air, also death. When the former felon Livewire is released from prison in an unholy alliance, and wholesome romance with the creeper is forged in the fires of a supervillain battle. Interesting, interesting. Interesting. DC times AEW. All right, let's see what's next. Sirens, love hurts, bleeding hearts. Hmm. Hmm. What is this? This is a zombie thing? End of life #1. Oh yeah, I've seen DC's like been marketing like they're bringing back the Vertigo imprint. The Gargoyle of Gotham. Was this like super delayed or something? I feel like I've been seeing these as upcoming for so long. Yeah, like this. This released over a year ago. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, still nothing to pull yet for DC. Okay, yeah. Nothing to add. February is still looking very light for me for February. Totally okay. I always got a lot to read and always reread. And life, you know? Life. Okay, let's do image. Let's check out image, and we'll remember to scroll through to February here to start. Dork. Oh, like a dork, but it's an orc. Got it. Seems like a good concept, but maybe not for me. World Tree 18 and 19. White Sky, number 1. 5 years ago, the sky turned white and the world ended. Violet and her father David are forced out of hiding and flee towards the ruins of San Francisco where they believe they'll be safe. But in this haunted world ruled by ghosts, no place is safe. This seems like a cool premise. Phantom of the Opera number 1. That's going to be good. I'll be getting the hardcover edition of that to go on my shelf with the other hardcover editions of all of these Universal Monsters ones that they've done. And man, Martin Simmons' art, so good. So good. Are the songs going to be in these? All right. Yep. Nothing for Image either. Let's do another pass with some random publishers. Do Mad Cave, Dynamite, IDW, Dark Horse, Fantagraphics. Yeah, let's see what those got. Don't sleep on Fantagraphics, people. They've got some good stuff. It's cool that they're, building out the cyberpunk world more in comics with all the series they're doing. But I read one of the series, it was like Psycho Squad or whatever it was called, and it was like good, but like the ending was insane, and I still don't know how I feel about it. It just left me like in limbo, even though it was very like it left me in limbos in terms of how I felt about it. It wasn't like like the story finished, story happened, and I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I loved the video game. It was a masterpiece, and that's all I need. I don't need to continue on with the cyberpunk world. I'll just stick with the video game. You know what I mean? Where does the rainbow end? Art caught my eye. Marvel rivals the poster collection. Garbage Pail Kids. You guys remember these from like the 90s? What a phenomenon. How does that become a thing? I remember some of those like stickers or cards or whatever they were. Zootopia. Harley Quinn times Elvira. I bet that's a fun one. I don't know anything about this Elvira. I've heard of Elvira, the character, but I don't know anything about it. But I bet that's a fun one. Some Witcher stuff. There's rumors going around, unconfirmed, I believe, as of yet, of a new DLC for The Witcher 3. So it looks like they're getting possibly getting some hype going there with multimedia for the Witcher franchise. The Wizard of Oz. Oh, again, we're still in January. Okay, now we're really starting February. I always forget because it always goes to the current week first. I always forget to click forward a couple to the next month. But here we are. Now we're really starting February. See what we got. Mystery variant blind bag for Thundercats. That's been popular lately, those mystery blind bags. I haven't done any of that, but I'd be interested. Very fun, like pulling magic cards or something, you know? Marvel comic covers of Jack Kirby Volume 2. I would love that. But I don't know if I can justify $55 on it. Like more like 60 when it comes with tax. Hercules the Monster Hunter. Man, if I was a kid, I would have want that so bad. I loved Hercules. I thought like the Titans were so cool. Elvira meets H.P. Lovecraft. She's getting around to all the franchises and all the worlds. Godzilla Rulers of Earth IDW Classic Collections. For the first time ever, read all 25 issues of the fan favorite series in one volume, presented in a convenient pocket sized 6x9 edition. Giant monsters are appearing across the globe, etc. I mean, this does seem like a pretty good deal. That seems cool. It's tempting. Only $15 for 25 issues. It is a smaller format, but like that's not looking too bad. I mean, these issues individually are getting some, decent reviews. It looks like very positive, 4.1, high threes. Very interesting. It's going to be at 25 issues. It's going to be like thick. It's going to be a thick book. That would be a good one to maybe like find in a store rather than pull. I say that about the other compact formats as well that Marvel and DC are doing. But I haven't found, like, I feel like they get snatched up, they get bought, I haven't found any in the wild. I've seen some that I personally wasn't interested in, but any of the ones I've been interested in have been snatched up. Never seen them in the wild. Okay, well, that was it. Let's go over my final poll list for February. We're still in January. This week I've got this month I've got some good stuff coming. I'm nothing on the last week of January though. All right, so my final poll list for the month of February 2026. Godzilla Infinity Roar #1 with the David Marquez foil variant cover. Nothing in week 2 of February. Then we've got Fantastic Four #8, Marvel Cosmic Invasion variant. And then we've got nothing for that week of February, the last week, and that's it. Very, very small February. Two issues, two single floppy issues, and that's it. It is a short month. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining or watching, and let me know what your poll lists are, what you're excited about upcoming in the comics world, what you've read recently from January or from last year, and come talk about it, chat in it in my Discord or YouTube and whatever. Everyone have a great night and enjoy your comics.